Hey everyone, it's EverythingeeB here, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at all the VMs I've made this year. This year has been a huge one for my channel. Not only have I jumped up from maybe 10-15 subscribers earlier this year to about 80 or 90 as I'm speaking right now, but also I've upgraded to a new computer, new hard drive, basically, and Windows 10, which is, crap. Um, but then we're just going to look at all the VMs I made this year. So as you can see, I have a ton of VMs. So I pretty much just opened these the way they were from this list. So we have a lot. So the first one we have here is Windows 7 build 7000. I haven't covered this in a video yet, but I guess I'll show it right now just to, show it as a proof of concept, I guess. And right away you can see that my VM performance is much better from last time, and it's not taking as long to turn on anymore as it was before. The reason why was because before I had Hyper-V enabled, but now, I've disabled Hyper-V, so now it's not virtualizing through Hyper-V, but rather it's virtualizing through VMware's virtualization client, which is better than Hyper-V, I guess. As you see, to the desktop, where it works, I guess. Yeah, I guess it does work. It doesn't break anything when it can boot to current day, but it'll constantly nag you about activation um, and stuff. But otherwise, yeah, it works. Let's just tell it to go with a public network. You can see everything's really tiny because it doesn't. I haven't told it to scale yet, and other than that, yeah, it just works. It's kind of normal, I guess. We're just gonna power it off right now. Let's go.
2,000 years later.
And it is Windows Longhorn. The reason why it's only named Build 3683 is because I have so many of these, because I used to be obsessed with collecting Longhorn builds, is that I just numbered them and just put them in a folder called Windows Longhorn, so yeah. If it's taking this long, probably means the time bomb has expired, because then usually it's starting to decide what to do with the user, I guess, and then it just goes like, if it does though, we don't have a snapshot. Frick. Never mind. Okay, so basically this VM is just stuck, I guess. It's just hanging, so we're just gonna turn it off and just forget about it. Alright. Next is build 4074. This is I got the drivers working on this, but Arrow does not work. As a matter of fact, Arrow doesn't work here, and yeah, so we're gonna try this right now, and you can see it's turning on. Uh, 4074, and it actually works because the time bomb again has been debombed here, so it actually works. It boots up to 1920 by 1080 if you can actually believe it, and it runs really smoothly. And you can see we're just named administrator here, and everything looks 16-bit color. I'm gonna have to fix that. I think that's because everything is 16-bit color. Let me just check quickly. Yeah, we're gonna apply 32-bit color, because it's fast enough to handle 32-bit color. You can see everything looks a lot better now. There aren't any unfinished thing. The disk is only 5 gigabytes big, so it's only slightly filled, and I wish I could debomb this, but every single time I try and debomb this with TweakNT, an actual working version TweakNT, it doesn't work. Crap. And that's why I'm not enabled to actually debomb it, and you can see it's barely using any system resources here for some reason. And yeah, so other than that, it just looks like Windows XP. It has the activate Windows thing, but I guess that's it for this version of Longhorn, so we're just going to tell it to shut down instead. screw it. We're just powering it off the hard way. Okay, so build 4093, this was the last version of Windows Longhorn that was built before they reset the build, because they ended up resetting it because of how much they had to work on stuff like Windows XP Service Pack 2, and it was really getting out of hand. They were putting way too many features in, and they wanted Blackcomb to be an actual release, and Longhorn was just a step on the way there into the actual release of Blackcomb. And so this was the last build that was ever compiled. 2 hours after the compilation of this build, the development was reset for Windows Vista. This build would go on to be leaked in 2006 after the closing of the first OS beta archives. But yeah, you can see that it's taking a while to do stuff. I don't understand why. I'm getting so tired right now. Tired of waiting. Okay, you know what? Okay, so while this is just gonna start booting, actually, never mind. I think actually I'll turn off this VM. It's not working for now. Okay, so Windows 95. So actually, before I figured out Hyper-V was messing up my VMware performance, I figured out that I couldn't install Windows 95 because it was stuck doing a memory check forever. And I did end up installing it, but I also installed it wrong. So sometimes it runs into protection errors, but otherwise it works. Windows 95 blown up. Never mind. Okay. So yes, I got drivers working here because VMware actually has the sense to like install an older version of VMware for an older version of Windows. Duh. So you can see here everything works here. I also got Microsoft Word 97. I mean Microsoft Office 97 as a whole working here, so you can see it works. It works and it runs really well, surprisingly enough. Now the thing is that the mouse sensitivity is way too off for Windows 95, and of course everything's so tiny, so it's really hard to see on my 15-inch laptop display. But yeah, that's Windows 95. I remember when it used to be so slow, when I used to use software virtualization. Now it's so much of a relief using hardware virtualization over that. So yeah, Windows 98 I'm gonna skip because unfortunately this is not working. It just runs into errors when I try to boot into the desktop and stuff, and we're just gonna skip that. Windows 2000 Professional, again, we're gonna skip this because I'm not finished installing it because I was so lazy I forgot to. So yeah, Windows XP we're definitely gonna start. Alright, I've given this version of Windows some pretty generous resources. Well, it's pretty debatable how generous these are. It's just 1 gig of RAM. Which is not very generous at all, but back on my old computer I used to give this 1 gig of RAM even though I only had 4 back there. Now I have 16, so I have a lot of RAMs to spare. I haven't even opened anything for whatever reason other than Spotify and Discord. Okay, so it's actually booted, and you can see it's starting up here. For some reason it looks a lot blurrier than usual. Oh, that's because it's scaling. And there's our terrible boot sound. Lol. I don't know what's up with the sound card. I'm gonna have to fix that later. Okay, let's stretch our picture to 1920 by 1080. Okay, there. Boom. Alright, done. So I tried a few programs here. Most of them got deleted because the UBI didn't work before, and I set up my own account now, so a lot of the programs got deleted. But basically what we have here is we have Internet Explorer. This is the latest version of Internet Explorer that works on Windows XP. iTunes, this is version like 9. Yeah, this is version 9.0 of iTunes. Mozilla Firefox. Of course, I had to get a later browser, right, so I can browse the internet with Windows XP. QuickTime Player, which came with iTunes, and TweetDeck. I tried to get TweetDeck working, but it didn't work, so sad enough. And you can see we also have a code pack, so that I can play MP4 videos on this. So yeah, that's pretty cool. and it's not as good as my last VM, but I couldn't convert from for VirtualBox to VMware, so sad, I couldn't. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn off this VM now, and you can hear the sound. The emulated sound card is having trouble doing anything here, and there we go. Okay, this is shutting down really fast compared to all those Windows betas that take forever. Alright, next up we have Windows Vista. So I've started to use 64-bit VMs, of course, because hardware virtualization, gotta take advantage of it. The hardware virtualization life, lol. And you can see it didn't shut down successfully, probably because I lost patience and just shut it down myself. Oh, god. But you can see it's actually booting now. And so we're gonna wait for it to boot. Gonna take a while, so I'll probably speed this up in editing. Okay, so it's finally shown some signs of life. I was worrying that it had run into an error there, like some sort of device manager error. And you can see the sound card actually works properly. The emulated sound card works properly here on Windows Vista with that clear, sound. Oh no. Activate later. I'll just download a malware to activate this. You know what I mean. No, you don't. I mean, Okay. So it's actually booted, and first we're gonna do is we're gonna get VMware tools to click quickly. Nope, not clicking. Okay, we're gonna have to manually set it. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, so the thing I've noticed with Aero copies of Windows, or anything that utilizes this fancy little bar, is that it doesn't scale. I mean, it blacks out a lot, and when it blacks out, it takes a while for the animations to load, like a while. So, first of all, we're gonna, I look like a, what's their names? Peasant, yes, peasant. I look like a peasant without a wallpaper. So we're gonna do that. Solid colors, ew. Wallpapers, please. Wow, this is quite taking a while, and I think I'm gonna choose a widescreen wallpaper because these were built for WVGA monitors, which is pretty close to what I have right now. It's 1920 by 1200 wallpapers, and of course my display is 1920 by 1080, because why wouldn't it be? Oh lord, this is slow. Okay, hold on. So for some reason Aero doesn't work properly here. You can see it lags a lot. This isn't the case with Windows 7 or anything. So, I don't know what's going on. Oh, looks like it removed Aero. Okay, whatever. It looks like it removed Aero as an option. That's what I meant. So, here we go, finally. Oof. Okay, so wait a minute. Aero's still on. God. Never mind. We're just gonna have to work with it. I mean, if it's getting too... Yeah, there we go. For some reason, this does not run well with Aero, so I have to set it to Windows Vista Basic. That's not the case with Windows 7, as I'm going to show later, but otherwise, runs pretty fluidly. I mean, you would never guess this was a VM, right? Nope. Alright, you know what? Okay, we're gonna shut it down. For some reason, I always think this is the power off button, not the shutdown, not the what's its name button. Not the sleep button, so I always make that mistake and then I end up sleeping the Windows Vista VM. This time I didn't do that because I force shut it off, and now I'm shutting it down properly. Now this next VM has been paused, but I have actually installed it and played around with it for quite a bit. This is Windows 7, it pretty much has the same exact resources as Windows Vista has, only it's a lot smoother, and you can see we are going to have to sit through VMware trying to restore our virtual machine state, quote unquote. Let's go Pog. This is honestly so Pog. I'm just waiting for it to load. My life is like this. It's loading bars. Okay, there you go. So apparently it started, but it's not thing. This is the slowest startup ever. Max would be laughing at this. Okay, finally. Jeez, that took a while. Okay. I think we would have been better off booting up from start rather than restoring that image. Whatever. I should make snapshots of all my VMs where I can just, snapshot things. Now this VM is actually activated unlike Windows Vista. It's also really slow, but, that's expected. Lol. No. Don't bother. Okay. So, I'm literally trying to... What the? That was creepy. Holy lord. I'm so scared now. Okay. So, yeah, this VM has actually been activated because I installed some viruses to get the activation. Looks like it's taking a while to load anything. We might be here for a while, guys. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Right after I said that, it just opened up. Okay, so you can actually see we've actually activated with Genuine here. We're gonna load it. Load. Damn it. Finally. God. Okay, so that's a bit low for RAM. For Windows 7, I'd say at least 4 gigs is in order. And for some reason, it scores higher than my dedicated Windows 7 machine. I'm thinking that's because it has better graphics, because this has emulated graphics with more thing. But you can see we're activated. But it doesn't matter since we're running the most boring version of Windows 7 ever. Yeah, everything's taking a while to load. Next time, I'm just gonna power off my VMs. Okay, so yeah, you can see here is that I get pretty high for scores. If the graphics were better, then I would be getting 5 at least, which is pretty decent. And we're just gonna shut this down. Goodbye. And then wait forever. This is literally my whole life, guys. It's just waiting for things to load. Oh. Okay, you know what? Screw it. We're turning it off the hard way. Okay, so we've turned it off. Now we're going to look at Windows 8.x. What's that? Is the unreleased version of Windows 8? No, it's not for a fact. It's actually just Windows 8, plain Windows 8 without 8.1, as I'm going to show you later. 8.1 was my favorite release of Windows. It's still supported, and it works a lot better than, Windows 10. It's much faster. It's just a lot better. I've installed a VMware tool since the last time, I think, so this should not have a problem turning on. And you can see we're launched right into Windows, but we're still waiting, of course. Oh lord, we're taking a long time to do anything today. It's taking a long time to sign in, and of course the lagginess, but we're in at least. It's fine. So this Windows is notable for not having a start button. This was criticized a lot in its short lifetime. I mean, in 1 year this would get replaced by Windows 8.1. That's how fast Microsoft wanted you to forget this ever happened. And of course, this is quite a confusing version of Windows. I haven't tried anything like the store or anything, but otherwise, yeah, it works pretty well. I also like this over Windows 8.1, but not really. It's kind of a mix of both. I would like this if there was a start button. Like, I don't like how there is not a start button. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. I'm getting tired now for some reason, so I'm gonna hurry up the rest of the video. We're just gonna power off our VM quickly and hope that it doesn't take forever. Wait, how do you power it off? Oh, that's how. Okay, for a second I got confused there that the power button was missing because I'm used to a power button being over there, and I just heard an error sound. I don't know what that was about. Okay, shut up. What the heck did I just say? I don't know whether I want to mute that. when I go to edit. I make these long pauses in my speech. It's so annoying. Wait, what? Oh no. Oh, okay. Cool. It's just having a bit of an error. Windows 8.1. I don't know. I've used a lot more processors here. I don't know if I want to turn this on. There's nothing notable about Windows 8.1 and 10. This version of Windows 10 is the RTM build, by the way. It's the first one that ever came out. So, yeah, that's one thing that's notable. Linux Mint 13, like I said, like, you guys saw the video that I made about this VM. Is it installed? I don't know, I think I did that one on VirtualBox. Yeah, I did it on VirtualBox. And you can see nothing's happening. You know what, skip this. We're gonna skip React OS as well, as I just don't want to cover that. And finally, probably the VM I'm using the most today, most these days. You can see the last time we powered it on. Okay, I actually don't think you can see when the last time you powered this on. But basically, this is Windows 10 build 9834. I want to do a video on this soon, and I will. Because this was an absolutely amazing, great build, like, of Windows. Unfortunately, it has the kernel NT 6.4, so drivers and any programs in general have problem installing and running. But I got VMware tools working here. I got Chrome 65 working, which scores quite a decent score. I got Office 2013 working, and a bunch of other stuff as well that I'm not going to cover in this video. I'm going to save it for my official review of this OS. But also, yeah, okay, actually, never mind. I don't want to give any more spoilers out, as I've already given enough spoilers. Enough! What the heck? Okay, finally. Thank goodness. There's always this little hiccup when you boot up. But I guess it's gone away. This is taking a long time. I'm getting so tired right now. All I want to do is go to the washroom now while I'm recording. Why am I saying this? Alright, so it seems like it's taking an extra long time to log in. I don't know why. Hopefully it doesn't take any... Oh, there we go. So you can see in an unsuccessful attempt to try and remove the watermark, it ended up reformatting to this brick kind of like thing, and it says EVE at the bottom of the build thing, which is pretty cool. This is the only build I have that's scaled up to 125%, so it's actually viewable. And you can see it looks like Windows 8.1, but it has a smaller start menu that looks a lot better. It has also these way more modern icons. It's a mix of modern and thing, but it looks a lot better than Windows 10's icons, especially that home group icon. Oh my god, that's amazing. There's network as well. There's local disk. R&D. I don't understand what that is. There's VMware tools, which I've already installed, so no need to install it again. And, you know, just a lot of... Oh, fracking. Holy... well, that's the end of this review, because VMware decided to crash. I don't know what happened there, but, you know, it's sad, I guess, but that's the end of my review anyways. I don't have much to talk about anymore. I hope you guys enjoyed, especially that last crash ending. And if you did, please comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. Bye, and have a happy new year. By the time you're seeing this, it'll be a few days before 2021. Look at the date right now anyways, it's Christmas Eve. Bye.